Manipulation, in its simplest form, is the overarching term for actions aimed at altering your perspective and shaping reality by targeting your emotions, vulnerabilities, and cherished beliefs. In short, it's the art of getting others to do what you want. It involves techniques such as persuasion, deceit, lies, dazzlement, redirection, elevation, mudslinging, emotional exploitation, persuasion, public opinion shaping, and leaving someone to their own devices. For your benefit, we've compiled these techniques. If you're ready, let's move on to the video. 1. Manipulating through lies. One of the most commonly used methods by scammers. They create an intricate web of lies, distorting reality to make you a victim of manipulation. The only way to protect yourself is to be cautious. Avoid sharing personal and financial information until you know someone well. Be wary of offers and business proposals that seem too perfect to be true. Beyond this, the next level is to avoid basing your decisions on weak pieces of information. Verify information sources and test the validity of statements before making decisions. Spending time in this way is the best defense mechanism against being drawn into the whirlpool of lies. 2. Gaining advantage from emotional investments. This is the worst manipulation method that can be applied to an individual. Many emotionally captured or threatened individuals are forced to do things they would never otherwise do. People with psychopathic tendencies are prone to using this method. The key to escaping such a situation is to prevent it from happening in the first place. Avoid expressing your emotional investments verbally to strangers and don't showcase your weaknesses unnecessarily, as there may be those around you looking to exploit them. Only open your heart to a few trustworthy individuals. 3. Ego stimulation through provocation and humiliation. In politics, sports, and other areas of human actions, one of the most significant manipulation methods is through provocation and humiliation. An individual can be forced to do foolish things through provocation, humiliation, or public embarrassment. A worn-down ego is susceptible to manipulation. When provoked in such a manner, consider whether your reaction is worth it, regardless of the situation. Allowing your battered ego to drive you insane is easy. Before doing anything foolish, wait and freeze everything temporarily to gain time for thoughtful consideration. Provocation always serves a purpose, so don't react without completely leaving its purpose behind. Otherwise, you may find yourself unaware that you've fallen into a trap. 4. Misdirection. The curse of sudden emotional shifts and the feeling known as greed have been acknowledged as forces that can abruptly lead people to ruin their own lives. Remember that desiring something to the point of addiction will become your weakness. These desires wait to ensnare us as manipulative traps, so it's crucial to avoid them. Instead of seeking short-term gains, prioritize long-term plans to protect yourself from alluring traps. Individuals who constantly feed your desires can take control of your life and manipulate you, resulting in a loss of freedom. Whether it's substance addiction, hedonism, money, or any form of dependency, it can lead you down an irreversible path. Breaking free from material possessions and obsessive desires means breaking the manipulator's dominance over your life. 5. Brainwashing. Primarily employed by marketing and advertising companies, this manipulation tactic involves repeating something in front of a person or an audience to seize their judgment. The only way to protect yourself from such manipulative individuals may be to filter what you hear through the sieve of logic. Don't accept things just because people say so. Research and verify before believing. Regaining control of your thought power is the best thing you can do in this regard. 6. Stroking ego and highlighting arrogance. It's an intense emotional manipulation method that can even break relationships. Ego stroking has the power to turn your ego into a puppet by feeding it with lies until it reaches colossal proportions. In short, arrogance can be your downfall. Escaping this situation requires humility and an effort to be fair among people. One should be vigilant against these schemes and emotional techniques. Manipulation can also be used positively, leading people to do good things and make right choices, but it's a risky game for the individual. Building your own opinions and judgment on the facts of the external world protects you from falling prey to such mental manipulations. In other words, don't let others think for you, allow them to think for themselves. Create a distance between your mind and anger, desires, ambitions, and lies. This is the fundamental rule in the walk of life. Listen to everyone, talk to some, and trust very few. Caution, patience, independent thinking, and good judgment always shield you against manipulative traps in your surroundings. 7. Subtle emotional abuse and manipulation. Subtle emotional abuse is often observed in relationships, serving as one of the manipulation techniques that frequently goes unnoticed. You value someone, whether they are a woman or a man, and they use the feelings you have for their own interests. It's a common occurrence in relationships, persisting until the victim realizes the manipulation and decides to put an end to it. Sometimes, we allow people to ruin our lives and exploit our feelings towards them. This is not a healthy behavior. Know where to draw the line, as self-sacrifice loses its meaning beyond a certain point. 8. Deprivation. Deprivation is another form of emotional manipulation that coerces people into undesired actions. This manipulative psychology reaches its peak within families and social circles. Deprivation is employed to make people comply, and overcoming it can be extremely challenging. Establishing independence and creating your own source of income is the only way to break free from this manipulation technique. If you enjoyed our video, let's connect in the comments.